Welcome to the Talking the Line podcast, presented to you by Talking the Line Sports Media, giving you our best insights and analysis so you can rake in some cold hard cash on your next sports bet. Now sit on back, open up your mind, and let's cash some tickets. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide. Welcome in to episode number 215 of the Talking the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful Wednesday of bets. Hey, you got a case of the midweek blues? Well, not anymore. Consider them cured. You came to the right spot if you were looking for some good vibes. Forget all that other toxicity and negativity out there in the world. Welcome into the TTL crew and nothing but good vibes and positivity coming your way. Now, before we can just let those vibes flow through whatever device you are currently ingesting this pod on, we need you to do a couple things. Please take a few moments to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the TTL pod on. Hey, if you are watching on YouTube, might as well hit that notification bell over there as well so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping from the crew, like the Wise Words podcast today at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Or if you're watching on one of our social media platforms, make sure you hit that like button, that follow button there too, so you never miss any of our additional social media content. Or if you're listening to the show on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that subscribe button there too, as we do release the audio of every episode after each live show is complete. Next item up on the docket, you could be so kind, you can find it in your heart to do so. Hey, go ahead, hit that other like button. Leave us a comment, leave us a rating. If you are watching live, jump on over there in the live chat. We'd be more than happy to connect with you live here today. Or maybe also hit that share button. Send it on over to your brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, friends, enemies, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the damn globe as you, but you would refer to as a good old-fashioned ticket cash and degenerate, because that's what we are here at the TTL Pod, and we can't thank you enough when you do all of those things, and only helps us make TTL Sports Media bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, certainly not least, looking to get your fix on everything TTL? Well, head on over down there to that episode's description or this episode's description, whichever way you want to look at it, and you will find the Talking the Line link tree. Within that link tree, you will locate the talkingtheline.com website, all of the TTL Crew social platforms, and all of our additional content, so you can consume all of that jazz in one convenient location, however and whenever you please. Ladies and gentlemen and beautiful gambling people, joining us for episode number 215, I am your humbled, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colt Soroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my partner, get some picks, get some insights, some analysis, and as always, dive into more rabbit holes than we can all count combined. Without further ado, it is time to bring in that aforementioned partner. You know him around these parts as the man, the myth, and let's not forget the degenerate gambling legend and the TTL Crew's resident Southsider and cheesehead faithful himself, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson. Partner, how you doing over there today, pal? Shit.
My man, once again, gotta do it again with a little more energy, but I'm doing fantastic, my man. It is a beautiful Wednesday over here in the Windy City. Not quite beautiful on the outside, actually, but we're making do, my man. But I'm doing pretty fantastic. How are things on your end of the world?
Oh, spectacular, my friend. It is a beautiful Wednesday to be alive. You are correct. The rest is up to me and I'm choosing to spread positivity. I don't know about you. Actually, I do. It's pretty much what you do as well. Yeah, little bit of a stormy day here. Snowstorm. Woke up to it. It's going to be here all day long, my friends. Got to make a little bit of our own sunshine. That's all right. No big deal. You see it's coming live. The rays are vibing left, right, and center. Outside of that, partner, what's cooking? What's shaking? Did you dig the car out this morning? You got yourself thawed out? Everything's all good to go?
Oh, no sweat, dude. Everything's all good. It is still coming down out there. But, I guess we got to pour one out for the old Washington football team this morning, dude, or at least the name of the Washington football team. How are you feeling? Commanders, where you at with that?
I think it's stupid. I think it sounds like an AFL team or something. Like it's an arena football league team. Like that. Just don't make
all
no
I'm
sense.
Seeing already is "Let's go commies" and people are already trashing it.
Oh no!
You missed the boat on that one, I guess. There, WFT. I'm gonna miss the football team, dude.
I think they should have stayed with that over everything, man. I don't really know why they had to change it all around and make it all a bunch of bullshit. But hey, is what it is, my man. I'm not a big fan of the old Commanders, but I guess if you're going to be anything, hey.
Last two changes, like Guardians and Commanders, talk about the most generic and boring names that you could possibly
Not good,
dude. Not good at all, like man. You and I could have spent 5 minutes and gave them a better name. I don't know.
Probably, but maybe there's a reason we don't we don't know shit about shit. Maybe there's a reason we don't have those jobs. I don't know, but I do believe that I could have figured out a better name than the damn Commanders with all that time they had. And then, hey, all of a sudden, here we go, right before the Super Bowl, let's drop it. And that was just beautiful, terrific, wonderful. Okay, enough about that Washington football team. I'm going to keep calling them the Washington football team because I don't like Commanders whatsoever. Now, we ain't talking about them. No. We got plenty of other things to talk about here today, but first things first. We're a full transparency show, you guys, and whether we have winning days, whether we have losing days, we will always share our best bets of the day with you from the previous day. No matter how much it hurts us from time to time, everybody loses. Everybody has those losing days. But my friends, yesterday was once again not one of those days for the TTL crew. We asked you to judge us by our losers because we have so few. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Mags comes into the day 1-1 after a 2-0 sweep, so 3-1 on the week for him. Nothing bad whatsoever. Partner, what's the deal? Why didn't the Pistons -2 get to the window?
You know, I said I didn't care if Brandon Ingram was in or out, but that clearly gave him quite a bit more offense than I was leading on there. And, sometimes, man, I stand by the pick full tooth and nail to it, but sometimes bad teams are just bad teams, and sometimes they're tough to count on. So maybe you got to stay away from some bad teams, even when they do have some nice trends as short favorites. But I do believe it flipped by game time after Ingram came in. So,
Sure.
Yeah, nothing crazy, man. Like you said, 3-1 on the week. I'll take the split after some injury news. I mean, Jimmy Butler ended up playing for the Heat, and we still got that one to the window. So, worst case scenario for me as far as injury outages go. So I guess I'll take the 1-1 split on those. Thinking in that regards.
100%, man. Everything all good. Yeah, that Pistons game, man, I loved it, especially with the 5-2 against the number as a home favorite. Usually a spot you can back them, so nothing to worry about there. No big deal, man. I still would back you 10 times out of 10. Your boy, the mid-major king, is solidified himself, locked in. I mean, I'm talking about I am just fucking targeting these winners left, right, and center. Nothing but them. 3-0 day, 5-1 on the week. We are cooking. I've been cooking since Saturday. I mean, I'm seeing the boards now, my friends. I am seeing the boards. Hey, as always, knock on wood. You never like to get ahead of yourself.
Did Creighton get the outright win? I honestly stopped paying attention. Okay.
Creighton did get the outright win. They ended up being like +5, +4 something on the money line. They got the outright win. I didn't sprinkle. Jeez. Davidson, I told you, man, and I got a couple more plays like this today. These sharp sides really are just more monetary liability than anything. In this college basketball season, I'm done trying to be an expert, and I'm gonna be the expert that I know I am, and go with my gut and stop trying to say, oh, this is the book setting me up. No, this is how it should be. Davidson, easy money yesterday. Seton Hall, Georgetown, the under 149.5 cash money. I'm all over the totals too. So boy, oh boy, let's keep it rocking. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep cashing tickets left, right, and center. Moneyline Dice, not the worst, not the greatest. The old
got one in the win column.
Hey, the old Dallas Stars, they did not win, but it did go to the over, so that's always very nice. Thank you, Dice. At least one. Now they're 1-2 on the week. 2 for Tuesday parlay, even though we tried to do a little RJ on the old Texas Tech Red Raiders, and Texas Longhorns took Chris Beard from Texas Tech, and he couldn't go into Lubbock and handle business, which is just nuts. Like, I mean, that place was absolutely bananas. I swear, I sir, I swear, I sir, I swear. I mean, that shit was insane. I was tuned in the whole time, man, and that was an
number one atmosphere of the season I've seen so far, dude. I mean,
electricity.
I still liked it, but man, I didn't realize it was going to be that
electricity.
Nuts.
Yeah, man. And as I bring us back in the screen here, partner, are we fucking hockey sharps again, dude? Are we hockey sharps? What the hell is going on here? Hey, so got that kind of tip, kind of mind frame to look into those prop markets from one of our good friends. Won't tell you his name, about slipped and told you his name. He's actually our Wise Words guest for today. So you're going to have to stick around and find out who that is, dropping at 12 p.m. Central Time on this YouTube channel or on podcast directories immediately following that. But yeah, he gave us this angle as far as the looking at the team total goals, and like if it's an underdog and you got pretty solid faith that it's either going to be a shootout or that, damn, I kind of feel like this team might win, why fucking lose it in OT or sweat your ass off? Like, dude, we were done by the second period. We were good to go there was 10 minutes left and we were good to go yesterday.
Because, I mean, I think the Rangers ended up winning, but in that case, 10 out of a 10-game sample, at least a couple times, the goalie that you back or the team's goalie that you back is going to have a horrible night, and it's going to be the reason you lose, and then the offense still is fine. So I love it, man. And like you said,
I do too.
Or I think you said we were in and out before the third period. We were, all right, clean our hand, we're out of here. I love that, dude. I love
100%, dude. That's I think we found a little bit of a side here. I actually grabbing my lean sheet here. I got three dogs that I was looking at. I was interested in talking about them, adding them. For some reason, I woke up this morning thinking it was Thursday. We were doing the board bender parlay. Hey, dum-dum, it's Wednesday. We're doing the Warrior. We're doing the Parlay Pop-Off. So none of that shit is really going to matter. Maybe we can talk about it second half of the show. Maybe we'll have a little bit of additional value there, because I saw some extra stuff, kind of like how I saw that yesterday, and it's like,
we can talk division winners in NHL.
I mean, hey, all of a sudden we're hockey sharps. We're hockey sharps. Who's to know? I mean, come on. All right, there you go. There you have it. All of yesterday's best bets of the day. Loaded show. You guys know the drill. You know what the hell the TTL Pod is by now. I don't need to recap everything for you or tell you what's coming. We got all of our best bets coming your way, everything in between, and plenty of nonsense to come on the second half of the show. We'll cut it off for now. Well, no, probably not. We're still going to dive into a rabbit hole or two along the way in the first half of the show. But, partner, any other late breaking news, anything else related before we get into some best bets of the day?
I mean, it's a slow news day, dude. Nothing's going on these days.
Nothing major. Okay, so Before, yes, obviously everybody's probably like, whoa, what the fuck? I mean, we got it. So we'll talk about it second half of the show. And obviously there's some serious shit going on in the NFL right now. And like, me and Mags both stay out of the politics and all of that fucking bullshit. That's not our lane. We will never stand up here and act like we know what the fuck we're talking about on either side of the aisle. What we do know is sports. So we will talk about that and kind of what we envision seeing coming from all of this. So big shit on the horizon. And if I do recall, Mags, about 3 months ago, whenever it was, when old JG got fired from the Raiders, you guys can put that all together if you will. We had a little conversation about that as like a little sweep under the rug, and that's kind of what happened. And Flores said, fuck you, fuck no, I don't care. So I'm interested to talk about it second half of the show. A little something else. We'll stay out of politics, but we'll talk about kind of what the hell might happen. Are we going to have NFL next season? Goodness gracious, all Friday. Either way, there you go. There you have it. All of our thoughts to open the show. Now it's time. Before we go anywhere, we do anything else, my friends, lift your mugs up high. And to me. To you over there, good sir. And to all you beautiful people sipping the black elixir of the gods, take your sip, and I'll be right back. Oh. Wow! Woo!
That's one I made in a while, dude.
Hey, I got this matcha shit. I didn't put it in that batch, but there's still a little bit on the cup. Because I don't wash my cup all too much. I like keep it going. Some good flavor in there. That's what I'm about. So I got a little bit of that matcha
Just
left over there.
Yeah. There's drinking that bad boy. Just you drinking that bad boy.
It's good as fuck right now. I'm all about it. Okay, there you go. There you have it, my friends. Let's get into the first segment of the day. RMags, best bets of the day. He's only got 2 coming at you. Both coming from the NBA hardwood. He's been hot as all hot on the NBA hardwood, though, so I suggest you listen up as he flips to this side of the screen. I go over to here, turn your volume way up, and partner, let him rip, let him have it, and as always, you have the floor.
Alrighty, my man. So I haven't told you yet, but I actually did a little bit of an audible here. I do have 2 NBA plays, but I did switch the one that we talked about that was a little concerning line movement there.
Okay.
Not bringing that one to the show because that one's real. The movement on that one, Denver and Utah's total went up, then went back down. It scared the hell out of me. I don't want to bring that to the show.
So we're just doing one?
I got 2. I added one that I was feeling strongly about, a strong lean, and then I actually saw some movement similar to that one that in a different game. But 2 out of the same game, partner, going to the spread and total in the Charlotte and Boston game. I am taking the home team Celtics. I caught them at -4.5, partner, and I caught the under at 225.5. Both of them are seeing some movement here. This one actually is looking like sitting at -6 now, partner, across the market. So I don't want to assume, but typically when you see that type of early movement, typically someone notable is going to be out on the Hornets. Now, I don't want to assume, but regardless of all of that, even if these guys are in, I still like this play a lot, and I'll tell you why, because the Celtics defense is absolutely on fire, and that is another reason why I'm interested in the under. That one opened a little bit lower and actually climbed up a few points, partner, but now is starting to drop back down a little bit. I think they messed up that. I think the market was overreacting going over on that one. As far as the spread, though, Celtics, I actually spread and total in this one. Celtics have held their opponents under 100 in 4 of their last 5 games. This defense is honestly the hottest in the entire league right now. Top 5 defensive efficiency overall and at home this season, partner. And top 5 effective field goal percentage allowed in the entire league. Top 5. This Hornets team coming in on 2 days rest, partner, but actually offensively, that leads to a little bit of a rust factor. Typically 7-1 to the under on 2+ days rest. They have been on 2+ days rest, the biggest under team in the damn league here. A lot of those games also a lot of sub 100 performances. So I do believe this defense for the Celtics is going to be what controls this entire game here. Boston, 4-1 against the number last 5 games here. All 4 covers as favorites as well. So I do like this one quite a bit. Boston, 8-1 last 10 versus the Charlotte Hornets in Boston. So I think the Celtics are going to roll here. I don't know. Like I said, don't know if we're going to see any injuries or that's just the Celtics dominating the Charlotte Hornets here in Boston. I apologize, dude.
You're running out of breath over there? You all right, dude? You all right? You take center stage?
Tickles in my throat.
Take
dude.
center stage and everything just come out of you? You all right? I was
Fighting
wondering
gas
if you're going to
tickle in
take
my throat, dude.
wonder if you're going to take a minute to get yourself all recollected there. So, I mean,
No,
I
not even
got
that.
your
I just
back.
got
All
a
right.
bubble in my throat, dude.
All right. Now, carry on, good soldier.
All right, so a bunch of trends for the under here, dude. Charlotte under is 4-1 or 4-0 last 4 as a dog. Now I'm just being blind over here. 6-0 last 6 on 2 days rest. So I already mentioned 7-1 to the under 2+ days. 6-0 last 6. 13-6 last 19 to the under. You think offense with the Charlotte Hornets, and their totals have been pretty damn inflated. They're 13-6 to the under the last 19. They've been an under team the last month here in January. Now we're in February, but over January they were an under team. In Boston, 4-1 last 5 following a straight up win to the under. 4-1 last 5 on Wednesdays, and 36-16-1 last 53 following a straight up win of 10+. So when they have these, when they're starting to roll, it's because of that damn defense. Last couple of seasons here, it's because of their defense. And now their offense is finally getting some consistency here, but not enough to the point where I think they're going to drive this total over themselves. They're 9-4 last 13 to the under as a home favorite as well. So the way this defense is playing, my man, I mean, I said under 100 for the last 5. It's under 90 in a couple of those games, and that's against no scrub offenses by any means. That's Miami, Washington, Sacramento, Atlanta as well. So I think the defense rolls. Whether or not there's any injuries in the Hornets, I kind of care less on that. I think this is just a tough matchup here in Boston. So give me both the spread. I still like it right at -6, partner.
Sure.
I got it at -4.5. But give me the Boston Celtics on the spread and the under wherever you're seeing it. I'm seeing it 224.5. I caught it 225.5. I'm fine with any type of movement. Anything above 220 is fine with me. So give me both of them for my 2 best bets of the day, partner.
There you go. There you have it, my friends. RMags 2 coming at you. We might have a little extra play coming in on your C's there, too. So I'm more than confident on them at -6. I don't think that's going to go up any further. I was going to say I wouldn't be okay with it up to 7.5, but I don't think it's going to go up any further than that. It's a little bizarre.
Would you agree with me that there's got to be someone out, though, with that 1.5 movement over the last hour or so, right?
I would imagine. Something like that, but we're not going to find out until 2, 3, 4 o'clock once everybody in the fucking public jumps in on this game. So we'll find out about it at some point in time, but for now, you guys got the drop on it fast, quick, and in a hurry. Lock in the Boston Celtics -6 or wherever you're finding it at on your favorite book, as well as the under in their game versus the Hornets under 225.5, or again wherever you're finding it per my partner over there. Good sir. Anything else you got to lay out or deliberate about in regards to your best bets of the day?
No, sir. Bubbles are all gone. I'm all straight. I'm all good.
All right, I'm glad to hear everything is good on your end of the world, my friend. I was a little worried about you, but we will keep this proverbial podcast train steaming on down the track. Second segment of the day, my friends. It's time for my best bets of the day. Now, I only had 3 coming at you, and I kind of made an audible myself and decided to do 4 here today.
Yeah.
I only had the 3, and when I was telling you guys earlier, I was like, man, I thought this was the board bender parlay on Thursday, so I had a bunch of different options, and this was one of the options. Like, wait, that's not a Wednesday Warrior. That's not. Oh, wait, it's Wednesday. Holy shit. So I was like, dude, I'm just going to add this to my card. And he's like, I think you should. That is a great play. We'll put it on the pop-off. So there you go. There you have it. I'll talk about that one last. Let's get into pick number 1 from your boy. We're going to the matchup between the Florida Gators and the Missouri Tigers, and I'm calling this one the SEC Slaughterer, baby. We're taking the Missouri Tigers +6 all day long. A couple of key things here to start off. Number 1, this line feels like a setup and a half for the Florida Gators. It opened up at 5.5, up to 6 in some spots, and I think that's just the book saying, hey, public, wake on up. We're going to take it up. Oh, hey, before it jumps up any faster, before it goes any higher, we better get in. Do not do that. Relax, buy into the home dog. It is not a public side here today. Last I looked, Florida was getting about 55% of the bets, 85% of the money, and that is not a sharp side. That is nothing but monetary liability being generated on the Gators here today. I am not buying it whatsoever because they're 1-4 straight up on the road, 2-3 against the number on the road as well. So you got to be thinking, at least to play this number, that they're going to win outright, and they've only won once on the road. I am simply not buying into it. They are coming off a loss, 81-72, or coming off a win, 81-72 against Oklahoma State. as -3.5 favorites, and now, they're going to start rolling. Here we go. I really don't think so. It's a letdown spot still for the Gators, still without Colin Castleton, still without a lot of key contributors, so I'm not buying into it, but I am buying into Missouri, who's 6-4 straight up and 6-3 against the number on their home hardwood. Looked a little deeper, 2-3 straight up, but 4-1 against the number as a home dog. They did have a win over Alabama as a home dog as well, so I love that. They're coming off a brutal 50-67 beat as 11-point dogs. Me and Mags both had them over the weekend, and they just let that one slip through the fingers, and this is a huge rebound spot for them after that beat against Iowa State. A couple other key things. Missouri being at home is really what really led me to side with them. They have just played on another level at home all year, and right now they're on a bit of a losing streak, but on a cover streak at the same time. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 games, but they've covered 4 out of their last 5 games. They've also lost 3 straight, 2 of which were on the road, and now they get to come home and have a little bit of a bounce back in front of their 25th in the nation ranked home court advantage, ranked crowd. I absolutely love it. I love the Tigers to roll. And one final thing, you might say, hey, Colt, the Tigers don't have Javon Pickett today. He averages about 9.4 points per game. Aren't you a little worried about that? Nah, because DeJuan Gordon going to come right around the corner with his 8.4 points per game and fill in. It's time for that next man up mentality, but you don't believe me. Believe the trends. For the first time, Florida 2-5 ATS last 7 road games versus a team with a winning straight-up home record. 2-6 against the number their last 8 road games. 1-5 against the number their last 6 as a road dog or a road favorite. I apologize. Missouri 5-1 ATS last 6 home games. 4-1 ATS last 5 following an ATS loss. 4-1 ATS last 5 following a straight-up loss. Missouri 4-1 ATS last 5 as a dog. 12-3 ATS last 15 as a home dog, and the Tigers are 3-2 against the number last 5 meetings with the Gators. Let's kick things off with the SEC slaughterer, Missouri Tigers, +6.
I like it, my man. Little afternoon action, 2 p.m. Central, dude.
Yeah.
I like it, man. I like the Tigers at home. I knew they had a nice home court advantage. I mean, especially when they're good. But even now at 25, man, even the way they play, and I like it still. It's nothing to slouch at.
3 things: standalone game, severe monetary liability. Florida's going to start rolling, right? Not a chance. Take the Tigers +6.
Gators,
Second, so am I. Second, best bet of the day. Taking advantage of another little public setup here, and we're calling this one the ACC Annihilator. We'll go into the matchup between the Florida State Seminoles and the Clemson Tigers. Taking the Tigers -3.5. This again is a setup and a half for the road team here. Bet money splits are really what set me off. FSU +3.5 is getting 52% of bets, but about 95% of consensus money, and this line hasn't dropped at all. That is not a sharp play. That is nothing but severe monetary liability, and the books are setting you up on this number. Not to mention our good friends over there at Circus Sports generally have the inside edge on these college basketball teams, and they're holding this baby firm at 3.5. That's because Florida State, they might be 3-4 straight up on the road, but they're 2-5 against the number. 2-2 against the number as a road dog, and just been inconsistent at best. They are also coming off of a 85-72 loss at home. That was against Virginia Tech as 1-point favorites over the weekend, and this is not a bounce-back spot for them whatsoever. They scuffled hard in that game, and now they have to go on the road. I think they were looking a little too far ahead here to Clemson, and I think they're going to get smacked in the mouth. This Florida State team cannot cover shit. They couldn't cover a twin-size bed if they were a king-size blanket on the road, let alone play and win straight up for that matter. I have no interest in backing the Noles here, but I do have interest in backing the Tigers with full confidence. 7-2 straight up at home, 6-3 against the number on their home hardwood. Their 3 failed covers were an 18.5, a 3.5, and a 10.5. Hold on. 3.5, I get it. That was against Virginia, though, and this is an entirely different game, not even in the same stratosphere, Florida State and Virginia. I promise you, not even the same deal. They are actually coming off Clemson 69-71 loss. My partner cashed that ticket, +11 against Duke. Absolutely brutal beat. These teams don't give a shit about spreads. All they know is that they just almost knocked off a fucking blue blood. Now they get to come home and they're, son of a bitch, we're going to beat the shit out of the Noles. I think they're going to destroy him by 15, 20 points. I don't know. I would take this all the way up to 5.5, 6.5. I'm not scared of it at all with this looking like a sharp side. Last but not least, having given you some extra confidence with Clemson at home, 22nd in home court advantage per KenPom this season. So they are just damn good. Last but not least, home away scoring splits, my friends. You know I got to bring you a couple of stats here. Clemson, 76.8 points per game and 63.9 points per game allowed at home. Florida State, only 67.4 points per game and 69.6 points per game allowed on the road. And then what's going to be key here, and you've talked about it before, partner, when you back the Tigers from time to time on the show, is that three ball, man. Clemson's offense is 12th in three-point percentage per KenPom, and Florida State's defense, 328th in three-point percentage allowed per KenPom. That is absolutely ridiculous. I think the Tigers are going to be raining in threes, and it's going to let them just run this one. We might not even have to watch this one. This one might just run away to the pay window. But you don't believe me? For the second time, believe the trends. Florida State, 3-7 against the number last 10 versus a team with a winning straight-up record. 2-5-1 against the number last 8 following a straight-up loss. 2-8-1 ATS last 11 road games versus a team with a winning straight-up home record. And 2-9 against the number their last 11 road games overall. This Tigers team, 8-2 ATS last 10 home games. 7-2 against the number last 9 as a home favorite. You love to see that. 6-2 ATS last 8 versus a team with a winning straight-up record. And between these two teams, the favorite is 5-2 against the number last 7 meetings, and the home team is 4-0 against the number the last 4 meetings overall. Second best bet of the day for the ACC Annihilator, the Clemson Tigers, -3.5.
I like it, my man. One thing I will add that I also really like, they've got that perfect sweet spot of rest where it's an 8 days since they lost straight up to Duke, and now they've had an entire week to game plan for this one without, and I would say over 10 to 2 weeks, that's rust factor, but that 8-day rest is such a perfect sweet spot of being perfectly well rested and just perfectly game planning for this next game, man. That's one thing that I love about this one.
I would have never guessed that in a million years, Mags. Your favorite angle, dog, and I absolutely love it, is that rest factor. Like, you have been shiitake mushrooms.
NBA-wise, for sure. Yeah, you're right.
Every single NBA play you've made, and it's been paying off. It's absolutely electric. I love how you found that fucking angle. But dude, you are the rest advantage king. So when he is saying something like that, y'all better listen up.
Don't get a chance as much in college basketball.
I'm telling you.
Once you said that, I was like, damn, yeah, that has been since that Duke game, huh?
Has been a while. So there you go. There you have it. All right, how about number 3? Okay. Mid-Major King is into the chat. You said, Cole, I thought you fuck around with some of the low conferences, the lower 32. Well, I do. Just hang on. Relax. I wanted to take advantage of some public plays first. Number 3, the SoCon Soul Sucker, baby. We're taking the souls of every bookie on the market with this play. We're not taking a side. We're going to the total. VMI Keydets against the UNCG Spartans. You might recall I just made a play on this one here a few weeks back. Did not hit. But we ain't got to worry about that this time because we ain't going to a side once again. We're taking the over, 137.5. And I think this is the most valuable play in this matchup regardless of what happened in the last one. Bet and actually kind of with what happened in the last one. Stick a pin in that. We'll come back to that here in a second. But bet and money splits are what really set this one off for me, really got me diving down the track. 60% of bets, 65% of money on the under. And this baby ain't going nowhere. It ain't dropping. It ain't doing nothing. Stick a pin in that. We'll talk about what the total was in the last one before. But we've already talked about some of Mag's plays. We'll talk about it in another one of my plays here. Line movement on totals in college basketball is so damn key. It's not even funny, let alone in NBA too. But it is so key here. I told you over the 137.5. My line, I got 140.4, so we got plenty of room to work with. I would take this up to 138.5, maybe even 139 with that, but would be tentative with anything above 137.5 for sure. Why I really got in the boat with this one, VMI has been a wagon to the over. 7-3 their last 10, 4-1 to the over their last 5. UNCG as well, 4-2 to the over their last 6 games. And in the first matchup, take that pin out, January 8th, 2022, I actually told you guys to back VMI minus the 4.5, and they lost as the road favorite, 72-56. Had one of the worst shooting nights that they have had this entire season, and I think they, regardless that this is in Greensboro, they are going to go in there pissed off. They, at the bare minimum, that offense is going to show up again. I know UNCG's defense has been really solid, but VMI has an opportunity to maybe make a little bit of movement here in the SoCon, so I think that offense just shows up. And the last matchup, 133.5 was the total, and it went under at 128, yet the books are setting this one at 137.5. I'll let you do with that information what you will, but if you don't believe me, believe the trends. The over's 5-1 in VMI's last 6 overall, 9-3 in their last 12 as a dog, 9-2 their last 11 as a road dog. Overs 8-3 their last 11 following a straight-up win, and for the UNC Greensboro Spartans, overs 8-3 their last 11 Wednesday games, 12-6 their last 18 February games, and the over is 4-2 the last 6 meetings between these two teams. I see both of them kind of getting back to that trend. This is typically a high-scoring affair. I see both getting right around to the 75-ish mark, and we see this one fly way and well over the total. So third, best bet of the day, VMI Keydets against the UNCG Spartans, over 137.5.
I like it, my man. Can't add too much of my 2 cents on this one, but the angle that I like that you talked about is the situation with the last game and the total, and now what's happening here today. That's the one that kicks me, or knocks my brain loose the most. I would say.
Wait, what? They ticked it up four whole points, and it went under by 5 points in the previous.
Right.
What? Yeah, that drew me to this one 100%. So there you go. There you have it. Got another total for you. My fourth and final best bet of the day.
Hey.
Going to another ACC matchup. We're calling this the ACC Abolisher. We're abolishing every book on the market, my friends. They are going to be out of business or wanting to after we get through with this last play. Going to the matchup, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish against the Miami Hurricanes. And we're taking under 141.5 in the game total. No side here today, and the line movement is what really smacked me in the mouth and got me started on this one. Total opened at 144 and just kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. And I think it might start dropping even a little bit more, and I'd be comfortable with it down to 140 flat, maybe even 139.5, because I got my line at 138.3, so I think we got a lot of room to work with. I think the books messed this up, man. We talked about it pre-show, Mags, and we're both on the same page as Notre Dame kind of continue to struggle offensively here. They just haven't looked right, and I think that they're just going to have a couple of games here where it's just going to be a little bit of a struggle fest for Notre Dame. And if Miami does anything well at home, sometimes they do scuffle offensively, and I kind of think that's what we see here. Regardless, if they don't, one thing they always do well is show up defensively, and that's not good for a struggling Notre Dame offense right now. So I think this one stays way under. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends. Unders 3-2, Notre Dame's last 5 overall. 3-0-1 in their last 4 following a straight-up loss. The under's 5-1 in Miami's last 6 overall, 4-0 in their last 4 following an ATS win, 4-0 in their last 4 following a straight-up win. The under is 5-2 in the last 7 meetings between these two teams, and 3-1 in the last 4 meetings in Miami. I think this one flies way under. I don't think we see this go over 135, to be honest with you. So I say hammer it in. I think I got another clean sweep up on tap. Matter of fact, I know I got another clean sweep on tap. Lock them in, my friends. The final time, the ACC Abolisher. Notre Dame Fighting Irish versus Miami Hurricanes under 141.5.
I love it, my man. I love it. I really do. I mean, we talked about it the other day. Notre Dame, time for some offensive regression. If this specific matchup was being played in Notre Dame in South Bend, and they were looking for a bounce back at home, I'd be buying into Notre Dame potentially there. But on the road at Miami, this tough place all season long to play. I don't see their offense bouncing back here, man.
100%. The SEC Slaughterer, the ACC Annihilator, the SoCon Soul Sucker, and the ACC Abolisher. You best believe it.
Sucker.
There they go. There you have it. I know that one always gets me when I'm like, what else can I say? What else can I do with the SoCon? I was like, I just gotta keep the old Soul Sucker. So there you go. There you have it. Time to keep this proverbial podcast train steaming on down the tracks with the third segment of the day. The special play, the Wednesday Warrior, and the Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off. Excuse me real quick. Okay, that's great. Needed to get that out of there. Now, rocking and rolling with the Wednesday Warrior here. Now, hang on, hold on. When I tell you what it is, relax for a minute, sit back down in your seat, tune back in. Okay, so first things first, we're taking the UNC Asheville Bulldogs plus the 3 at home. Now, I know they have burned us in back-to-back games here, and they've actually lost 3 straight on their home hardwood after being an absolute wagon all year long. And I promise, I will take the fall for this. I am the jackass. Mags got in the boat with me. He said, damn, it has to be. No, I said, that's what I'm thinking. It has been brutal beat after a brutal beat for the doggone Bulldogs on their home hardwood, and now we get them at one of the most favorable numbers we have got all season long. South Carolina Upstate beat them by 3 on their little upset kids tour. They're off of that now. Then NC-A&T beat them by 2 in a game that should have gone to overtime with a kid getting yanked down to the floor and the ref sucking his whistle down his throat. And then just a little bit of a bullshit affair against Gardner-Webb, which I told you to take UNC Asheville, that went down by 17 in the first half and then battled all the way back to just barely let it slip by 6. That ain't happening again. They're rebounding big. I think they're winning outright, but we are taking every point that the books are willing to give. Partner, before I dish out any trends, anything else you got on the Bulldogs?
On the Bulldogs, not as much, man. It really is. I do not believe they can lose a 4th at home. I think Longwood's due for some regression on the other side of things, man. They've been cashing a few too many tickets in a row, if you ask me.
Few too many in a row, I think you're right. But, go ahead.
Also, sorry, it looks like it's dropped down to +2.
Whoa, holy shit. So, hey, get in now. We think they went outright, but we'll take any points the books are willing to give us. But UNCA, 4-0 ATS. Last 4 is a home pooch. 7-1 ATS. Last 8 games as a dog overall. So when I said this is the most valuable number we have got on their home hardwood, they haven't been a home dog this whole year, I don't think, yet. So 4-0 ATS, that sold me. 5-2 against the number last 7 Wednesday games. If you needed another reason to back them as a Wednesday warrior, and the dog in the last 7 meetings between these two teams, 5-2 against the number, baby. I absolutely love it. I think the UNC Asheville Bulldogs, man, are back to being undervalued on their home hardwood, and we're taking them Wednesday Warrior, special play of the day. Now, you say, Colt, Mags, what the hell, man? Like, you just gave us a bunch of just straight plays. Like, we want to have a little bit of a sweat. Like, we want some plus money poly. Well, we thought about that, too. Don't you worry. That's why we put the S in parentheses after play. It's time for the Parlay Pop-Off, my friends. Paying out at over 5-1 odds, plus 586 the last time I checked, to be exact. That's some bitch juicy. Now, we have been taking it in the shins, in the teeth, left, right, and center on these special plays, and I ain't going to have it here today. So, my friends, listen up. Obviously, you know the first leg, we just slide on down that Wednesday Warrior. So, UNC Asheville, +3. The second leg, my leg, going to the total of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Miami Hurricanes. We're taking the under 141.5. And number 3, we're going to Mag's best bet of the day. We're taking the Boston Seas. Caught them at -5. Cool with it at -6 as well. But you see the line movement. I would suggest getting to your favorite book, ASAP Rocky, and hammering this sumbitch in ASAP. How about that? All of that being said, once again, I have a little Lysdexia, so it was plus 568, not plus 586. Either way, no big deal. Not like it's crazy. Only a couple of bucks here or there. But there you have it. The Wednesday Parlay Pop-Off.
I love it, dude. Speaking of ASAP, shout out, about to be baby daddy to Rihanna, dude.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, and I was like, is that real life? Like, what is actually going on here? That's insane. Yeah. That's absolutely insane.
I saw it totally random, but someone wrote a joke like, oh, I used to work as like a receptionist at this whatever, like recording studio or whatever, and she was like, didn't recognize him. It was like, oh, can you mind signing in? He's like, ASAP? Like, asking, do I sign in as ASAP? And she's like, yeah, now would be great. And he was just like, and like didn't make fun of her. She didn't realize like,
oh,
like,
I get what you're I get what you're saying now. Yeah. I didn't know what the fuck you were saying.
Yeah, like now would be great, thanks. And she was like, he didn't make fun of me, so that's how I know he's gonna be a good dad.
That's terrific. That's great. There you go. There you have it. A little. Why did we get down that rabbit hole? I have no. Oh, speaking of ASAP,
you said the word ASAP.
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, no, there you go. It's the rabbit holes you're gonna come upon here at the TTL Pod. So don't come to this show if you ain't expecting them. But also expect to take the over because we just get windy from time to time. Also expect the next segment to be the TTL Crew's best bets of the day, recapped for the one and only time we will ever see this for the rest of history, my friends. 2-2-22. Can't wait for 2-22-22. That'll be pretty sweet, too. But I looked ahead, and I thought, I could have swore yesterday was February the 2nd of 2022, and it was February the 1st. So I
think we screwed ourselves up because 2-22-22 is a Tuesday.
2-20, what?
The 22nd, what you just said. Can't wait for 2-22-22. So that one is a Tuesday.
February 22nd of 2022 is
I remember sitting yesterday, I was like, wait, wasn't there supposed to be a cool like 2 for Tuesday date, and it wasn't that?
So
it's
we
gonna
got
be that
2 weeks before that actually happens. So hang tight, hang around. But for
Mark that
now,
on your
for now,
calendars.
for now.
That's gonna be the most guaranteed lock 2 for Tuesday parlay you've ever seen.
Circle it. But for now,
Free money.
for now, my friends, free money left, right, and central. Yeah, I was wondering that yesterday too. As I get the old other screen pulled up here, I was like, man, why was I talking about that and hyping that up so much? And then it didn't happen. Like,
right.
And then
Just
I
switch
did the
calendars up on us,
exact
man.
same thing you did. I was like, well, who the hell changed the calendar on me? Like, I swore I looked at that a week ago. Well, there's your answer, my friend. So now, speaking of my friends, rip out your sports books, pull out your pens, pencils, or whatever mode, means, method, or thingy-majigger you utilize to take stock of the TTL Crew's best bets of the day. Because speaking of those TTL Crew best bets of the day, it's time to recap every single one of them for this beautiful Wednesday of bets, also known as February the 2nd, 2022. Now live on your screen, my friends, if you would so kindly turn your attention right next to my big head. Right here, you see RMags picks, 2 coming at you here today, both from the same game, both from the NBA hardwood. He's taking the Boston Celtics -4.5. Cool with the line movement that we're seeing this morning, all the way up to -7.5. And he's also taking the under 225.5 in their matchup tonight with the Charlotte Hornets. Cool with that line movement as well. Turn your attention opposite side of the screen. We're going to the college basketball hardwood. My 4 best bets of the day. We're taking the Missouri Tigers +6. The Clemson Tigers, how about that? -3. The VMI Keydets against the UNCG Spartans over 137.5. And the Notre Dame Fighting Irish against the Miami Hurricane under 141.5. You see right in between us our favorite special play of the midweek. Cures the midweek blues every single time. The Wednesday Warrior, the University of North Carolina Asheville Bulldogs +3, and then the Parlay Pop-Off. Add in that UNCA +3 pick. Add in Mags, Celtics -4.5, or wherever you're seeing it. We're very confident in that play. And then add in my Notre Dame versus Miami under 141.5 play for the Parlay Pop-Off. Grand total of +568 odds the last time I checked. I see 7 straight plays and 1 special play right on their way to the pay window. I mean, they are already en route. But my friends, before we can bankrupt every book on the market with these doggone plays, we need you to lock them in, hammer them home, sprinkle a little bit of dough down, whatever you need to say. Just make sure you get today's TTL Crew best bets of the day that are clearly primed for ticket cashing in, and whatever the current best line is on your favorite sports book.
Where are we at, partner?
Oh boy.
No sponsor.
I know it's something I probably can see it on there. Yeah. I know it started with an S. Norm Stewart Court. I know that, but I don't know like the stadium. I don't know the stadium.
Mizzou Arena.
It is just
Just
Mizzou Arena. That's it. Hey,
Yeah.
well, the more you know. But now it also is Norm Stewart Court. You ever find yourself in shout out Norm Stewart. You ever find yourself in a trivia contest? Shout out Norm. You know what the Missouri Tigers Court is, but it's also just Missouri Stadium. Appreciate it. The more you know. Hey, we're always trying to be better bettors, but always trying to be better human beings too. Trying to add more to our old mental repertoires. There you go. There you have it. Now, my friends. Outside of our best bets, you see some extra stuff on the screen, or maybe you're not watching, maybe you're listening, and you're saying, what are you talking about? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because it's time to tell you about the Moneyline Dice roll of the day, retracking some stuff over here. We got Tem/EQ. Now, what in the world could that be? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because as we change that ticker, you now find out that it is the Temple Owls against the East Carolina Pirates, my friends. And this matchup is going to be wild, wild, wild. You will soon find out why, as evidenced by all of the details my partner will fill you in on. So without further ado, hey, partner pal over there, why don't you tell everybody what the hell's going on in this matchup?
Alrighty, we are in East Carolina for this matchup, my friend. A lot of differing numbers in this one, partner. I'm seeing -2 in favor of Temple in certain spots, -1, -1.5. So we are all over the place, but we are on, we stick with FanDuel usually for these. -2 are the Temple Owls. On the road at ECU. ECU obviously +2. On the money line, Temple -126. ECU +105 at home, and a total of 134.5. I believe both these teams have been profitable to the spread. As long as this tracker is correct, they are both 11-7 straight up, and against the number Temple, ECU 11-9 straight up, and 11-9 against the numbers. So. Okay. I don't know shit about this game, partner. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's going to cover. I don't know what the total's going to be. But I believe you have some people that might.
Oh, yeah. We definitely do. Not people. Inanimate cubicle objects that be the all-knowing, ever-present, ever-powerful Moneyline Dice. A little ASMR for your Wednesday morning. You know, they're live on set now. Let's see here. I wanted to... Because were you looking at action for the straight up and all that and that jazz, too?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know why. Yeah, sometimes those have been wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't have the other screen up. I was gonna just double check, but I'm not like it matters for the price of corn. Yeah. But yeah, just if you guys use action, for some reason they've been those home away splits and all this shit. They've just been kind of goofy. Either way, speaking of home or away, it's time for the first roll of the day. Are we going with the home team Purple Pirates that are one of my favorite college football teams to back? Not so much on the hardwood, but also maybe we go to the away team Temple Owls, who've been a little bit of a wagon here so far. In the college basketball season. I don't know. Neither does Mags, but we all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Away team!
Okay.
Away team.
Temple?
Away team, Temple Owl, unofficially. Moneyline or ATS, are we getting a little chalky with the old Moneyline, or are we just going to lay the bucket and have confidence that the Owls take care of business? I don't know. Neither does Mags, but I promise you we all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Money line.
Okay.
Money line.
Getting safe.
Money
Temple
line.
5-1 to the number of January, dude.
Wow. Okay. Now, the wild card roll. Will the die be doubling down? Will they say, hold on, boys, we need a little bit of a re-roll, or say, nah, we're going to give you another ticket. Sorry, we messed up last night. It's now time for the 2-0 evening from us. I don't know. I can assure you neither does Mags, but we all find out. Hopefully for the final time in 3, in 2, in 1. Away money line.
All right, doubling down. I laughed, partner. I said 5-1 in January against the number. The one failed cover was ECU.
Fuck.
Hey, Temple won. They were favored by 4.5 at home. They won by 3.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Money line. I can dig it. I think I can dig it.
The dice have spoken! If you want to guaranteed take one ticket to the window tonight, no questions, no qualms, no queries, none of the bullshit. We won't hear it. Not per me, not per Mags, not per any living, breathing human being on this planet, but per the all-knowing, ever-present, ever-powerful Moneyline Dice hammering right here, right now. The Temple Owls on the money line. Thank you, Dice. Thank you, Dice.
Hey,
okay.
getting safe with the money line.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, ECU probably pissed off after that first matchup, so we'll see what the hell happens here. But, hey.
About 4 straight losses, too, I believe, for ECU.
Hey, well, hey, yeah. Hey,
Could be dead.
You're either hot or you're due. I hope they're dead.
Or dead, yeah. Sometimes you're dead.
1 and 2 for the dice on the week, my friend. So you be the judge, whether you're tailing
new month.
or fading.
1 and 1 on the month, I guess, but...
What? Yeah, I guess so. 1 and 1 on the month for sure. So
trying to look as bright as possible.
Look as bright as possible, but we will tell you
in
in full transparency, though, it is about like 1 and 9 over the last 10 overall. So, yeah, just be tentative. But yeah, there you go. Temple Owls on the money line.
It seriously, it has to be like 3 and 13 or 14 or something since that first week of January. Dude.
Not spectacular. They've been a little cold. Cold. It's all right. It's been chilly outside. They've been fucking. Maybe I got to set them away. They are right by the window, so maybe I got to take them away from the window.
Hot. They were hot for baseball. They're summer gamblers, right?
Dude, I don't know what it was, bro. Hold on. MLB.
Yeah.
Let me write that down. MLB.
Yeah. Okay,
First of all, you want your own Moneyline Dice, you want anything, any of the tracking book, the scorecard, any of the merch they got over there, go over moneylinedice.com. You see it in the description. Discount code TTL10. That's going to get you 10% off your first order at moneylinedice.com. You want to roll along with the crew. You want to check out some of their other merch or anything else they got on their website. Nothing off limits. Stop by. Go check out our good friends over there at moneylinedice.com. We appreciate the hell out of you guys, but always want to give them a little bit of plug. Yeah. There you go. There you have it. Now, MLB, dude. I was sitting, and this will kind of segue us into the second half of the show. I was sitting here yesterday doing a little writing, doing a little typing, doing some shit, and I don't know, I just like caught this smell of like, I think it was because it like kind of warmed up a little bit yesterday, and it was like almost in the 40s, and like a little bit of rain, and like it was just that like morning rain, afternoon ball game, fucking like. I was transported to MLB season. It was insane. It was insane. And I was just like, I got so excited for MLB season just out of nowhere, dude. Like, I cannot wait to be able to start I have looked at so many of the mistakes that I made last year, and I cannot wait to correct those mistakes. Like, point blank period, how many? Like, just going back through, and it's like, oh my gosh. Like, yeah, no wonder that's why we were getting crushed on these first fives. No wonder that's why the fuck this guy didn't have that many strikeouts. Like, oh my gosh, like, just playing into the hands of the books. I cannot wait to have a huge rebound year, because that's been the only sport that I have not been at least 52% or better. Every other sport I fucking rake, and that's the only one that I was not 52% or better, and I haven't turned a profit in. So you know me as a very competitive motherfucker. I gots to win. I gots to win at whatever I do, and that's the only sport I haven't. So I cannot wait for pitchers and catchers. MLB PA, please figure your shit out, okay? I got tickets to cash. I ain't got time to worry about your fucking CBAs, okay? Please and thank you.
Seriously,
I digress, though.
I was about to say the end of that, dude. It sounds like they're not really anywhere near making any sort of fucking progress. And I was seeing spring training could be in doubt or at least delayed or something like that. Forget that shit, man.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But we'll get into a little MLB here after a while. But first things first, partner. Anything burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you have been dying to get out to the kind folks that joined us on episode number 215 of the TTL Pod on this beautiful February the 2nd, 2022.
I've got nothing crazy today, dude. It is technically Wild Card Wednesday as far as these sidebars are concerned. But honestly, I mean, there's plenty of stuff to talk about that I feel like we might want all this time to talk about all these different rabbit holes. If you're down for that, I mean, we've got dipping our toes into breaking news here, partner. Just easing us in. How about this? Some very minor news to get us eased in. Okay, and then maybe we'll probably cannonball in a second. So it is very minor, but I'm saying, as you'll see why I said easing in. Just minor college basketball stuff. Stony Brook. Leaving for CAA after the season, will not be eligible for this season's American East Conference tournament, per John Rothstein. That shit always annoys me.
Bro, they're going to the CAA. They're going to get fucking ran in the CAA. Stony Brook is garbage, bro. Stony Brook is garbage.
At least, yeah.
They're going to get
Every
ran
once in a while,
in
they
the Colonial.
put together a solid team for the American East, but yeah.
They're going to get ran in the Colonial, dude. That is so goofy. I don't know why they did that. Wow, okay.
And then tomorrow's game between Memphis and Cincinnati has been postponed due to inclement weather, per John Rothstein.
Damn. So we got weather all over the country going on right now, huh?
Yeah, dude, it's wild. It is wild. I was outside for a second. It looks like it's going to be bad all damn day,
bro,
dude.
So I woke up this morning, and I didn't tweet it out. I was going to tweet it out, but I took a picture when it was still kind of dark and shit, so it wasn't the best picture. But when I rolled out of bed this morning, it still dark outside, so I wasn't going to look out. And I just opened up the old weather app, and literally my whole screen was just light blue and pink. And I was just like, wait a minute. I scroll out twice, still light blue and pink, scrolled out again. Light blue and pink. I had to scroll the fucking all the way out of Illinois to get out of that front. I mean, and it goes all the way down through Missouri and Tennessee. Like, it's insane, dude. It's huge, and it ain't going away. It's the whole day.
Well, dude, it would have been so much worse if it was colder. It was like raining from like 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. If it had been colder, I was out like half the day in the rain, which kind of sucked. But yeah, if it was colder, it would have been rough. I mean, a little more nonsense. Did you see? Well, apparently the groundhog. 6 more weeks of winter. I honestly always forget if
son
it
of
means,
a bitch.
I know, dude.
Fucking what the fuck?
I don't remember if it's. You see, I don't remember what it is.
Ponchatooni. Fuck is what he should be.
Ponchatooni Philly for it. Yeah, Punxsutawney Phil.
Phil.
His pal, what is it? His pal passed away yesterday, though.
February
1st. You didn't see that?
What
was his name? Midtown Mel or Melville Mel or something like that. New Jersey, the New Jersey groundhog essentially dies the day before Groundhog Day. What is that supposed to mean? Does that mean we
cancel
doomed?
Groundhog Day forever,
Yeah,
or
we're
is it
doomed?
or is Groundhog maybe 2/2/22? Maybe this is actually Armageddon, Mags. Maybe we're live broadcasting during Armageddon. We just can't see outside. Maybe we don't know.
The second our 2 for Tuesday parlay cashes.
We're just fucking fire and brimstone as soon as we open the fucking windows. Like, oh, well, we kind of thought so, but didn't know for sure. Dude, it could be pandemonium. Well, maybe it'll be pandemonium on 2/22/22. That'll really be. Maybe this is just the hey motherfuckers, better get your fares in order. Armageddon's coming 2/22/22. That's just what nature's trying to tell us. I don't know.
The Groundhog Day, not your typical
it is the
bullshit
Groundhog
February
Day.
2nd.
For the rest of eternity, we all live in the same endless, repetitive cycle and can't get out of it. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if that's really how the world ends? We turn into endless Groundhog Days.
Seriously, dude.
Oh, Jiminy Chris, I don't even want to think about that. That gives me the heebie-jeebies. Come on, something else. Come up with something else.
All right. Should we dive into the NFL nonsense going on right now, dude?
Yeah, I'll give my token 2 cents on the bullshit
Sure.
because I shoot down the fucking middle. I won't get into any of that politics bullshit. I mean, obviously we are in sports, so this could affect like fucking what's going on through into next year into the NFL. And I don't want to get into all the that bullshit. That's not what I'm talking about. But I said 3-4 months, whenever Gruden got fired,
October, November,
toasted,
I think, one of those.
Yeah, whenever he got toasted, I was like, man, this just feels to me like the NFL is just like, I don't know, it feels like the NFL's like covering something up. Like it just feels like, we got rid of him, everybody, it's all, the problem's fixed, we're all good, everybody move on. And then this bombshell drops. Yes, I mean, a hell of a time right before the Super Bowl, but the bombshell dropped, so clearly it's not all good. So, I mean, it kind of is starting to seem that my thesis was correct.
Dude, there's so many closets with skeletons in them, and you just open one door, and skeleton bones fall out of whatever door you open.
That's what I'm afraid
right now,
of, man, and I'm afraid that even Bill Belichick, bro, like even Bill Belichick on some crazy shit, sending a fucking text, like, bro, all I'm saying to you guys is fucking strap in. Is that your favorite coach, your favorite player, your favorite front office exec, whoever the fuck, might be getting dragged through the mud over the course of the next few weeks, months. Because, well, it wasn't like he was like, oh, fuck the Miami Dolphins. He said Brian Flores versus the NFL. All 32 defendants are an NFL team. That literally read the fucking docket this morning. Insane. Like, what he is doing is insane. This is no baby boy move. This is not like, oh, I'm just trying to stir up some shit. Like, B-Flow is on some shit, man. Like, he's on some shit.
Well, dude, one thing I was reading before we came on, as far as these teams or, the team, he mentioned the Dolphins. He alleged that they offered him $100K per loss when he came in, and then now Hugh Jackson is saying the same thing about the Browns. If they can prove that, bro, these owners might be forced out of ownership of those teams. Like that's not from the NFL. I was reading like the NFL is probably going to try and cover that up, but like the U.S. Congress can actually say like, hey, you fucked some shit up here. That means more, so much more than just you lost a few games and you tanked. Like that is. And not to mention, I saw someone as far as like, oh, he just wasn't a very good coach. He went 24-25. When the owner is offering you $100K, that's a pretty stacked deck against you to try and have a solid fucking record. And he took a team that was a prime candidate for being a 2-14 team a few years ago when that first year he took over, and I think he won 6-7 games. Like. He's an unbelievable coach, man. I hope he gets another opportunity. I hope this doesn't screw him over in that sense as far as continuing his career because he's a damn good coach, dude.
I know.
I don't know where he goes. I mean, that's whether it's this year or beyond, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. At the end of the day, like B-Flow is still a fucking good ass coach, dude. Like he is still and he's worked extremely hard to get where he has gotten in his career. And now, dude, he could be taking over the old Fighting Daves. That's still on the table. Like the old Fighting Daves are still on the table. And with as clusterfuck as Houston has been, and I apologize if you're a Houston fan, I mean, that would just kind of be the old fucking flaming Molotov cocktail on top of the dumpster fire that shit has been. I mean, who knows, dude? I think there's going to be some shit coming out for the NFL, man. As much as anybody hates to see it or hates to hear it, I think the NFL is going to be in some hot water, dude.
So maybe this has no correlation whatsoever. Maybe it won't matter at all. But a guy that's in a job that's still open, a guy that we talked about yesterday, Jim Harbaugh, moving back to the NFL, any chance that this type of shit scares him off, like, fuck this, let me stay in college football.
I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a messy either way you look at it, and like it's not our job to fucking deduct or what the fuck's gonna go on. But what I do know is that I would strap in, kids, because I think it's gonna get a little weird. It's gonna get a little nasty, and it's not gonna be an enjoyable time.
And in the midst of all this, the team that has been speculated over the course of the last 5 years to be the biggest dumpster fire front office wise, hey, we figured out a new name for our team, the Commanders.
Say, hey, everybody. Hey, guys, remember all that racism stuff going on right now? We changed our name. We don't have any racism issues going on anymore in our front office. We changed it to Commanders. Oh, remember those sexual harassment things? No, we didn't do that either. We changed the Commanders.
We're the Commanders now.
Everybody turn your attention over here. Forget all of this shit going on. We're the Commanders.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like writing on the wall, like the most scandalous fucking team over the course of this entire season. B-Flow comes out in this, and just the day after, Washington football team decide to change their name and just fucking parade around Twitter while fucking people are trying to handle a serious fucking, we're the Commanders, don't pay attention to that shit, we're the fucking command. It's like, what in the fuck are you guys doing? Have a little common sense here. Like, I know you wanted to be the big news going into Super Bowl week with a lull week, but I think we got that handled, boys. Maybe you should have stuck that under the things to do about 3 months later into the fucking off-season file column. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking insane. Oh my gosh. Either way, absolutely bananas. We'll get out of the NFL because, man, oh man, it's fucking. And I hope I can keep it as light as possible because fucking shit, man. It's a mess, and it's obviously both one of our favorite sports outside of college basketball for me. I mean, I can't get enough of the NFL, and it's shit could be hitting the fan, boy. Shit could be hitting the fan. Who knows? Either way. Yeah. There you go. They have. Speaking of NFL, actually, Super Bowl bets. You were staunch on your opinion yesterday. Really, it was your touchback. The touchback to start the game was a no. And I was like, yeah, dude, I swear he didn't take it out. And you're like, nah, I believe you, but no, it was yes. On my time hop today, popped up plus 230 odds straight to the fucking pay window. Touchback in the Super Bowl. Yes. Okay. Absolute cash money, prime time central. I didn't know it was plus 230. I thought it was like minus 110, minus 120, somewhere. It was plus 230, dog. And like all the shit I'm backing that shit again this year because literally the kid was on the half-foot line. Like he barely had all of his cleats in the daggum end zone. And he still kneeled it and ran it over to the ref, and that was it. I mean, they take that K-ball and they stick it in a box and they ship it right to Canton pretty much while the game is going on. They don't even let that ball stay on the field to even potentially get jacked up. So
all I remember is like, we got to mark this one down for next year. As long as they don't suck the value out of this one. This is an auto bet every single damn year. That's all I remember. So I'm glad you checked that out. And,
hell yeah, it came across my time hop this morning.
You were
a
lot more. You were pretty confident. Like, no, dude, this was it. And I was like, okay, we might have had it with another way, but I believe you.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that came up this morning. And then I looked at it. I was like, plus 230. Wow. Okie dokie artichoke. I like that a lot, actually. I'm definitely. And then there were a couple like the Gatorade bath colors and shit like that. Like I think it was red last year is what it was.
I don't remember. I remember trying to overanalyze it. And, I can't remember if we were right or wrong, honestly.
I remember I played red and I played blue, and red hit, and like if blue would have hit, then it would have just been absolutely electric. Okay. But yeah, we'll definitely have some Super Bowl bets coming up. They're starting to open up some of those markets. Obviously, if my time hop's coming up with them, it's probably going to get pretty close here. They're going to start opening up those side markets for sure.
Early lean for coin toss, heads, tails?
Tails never fails, motherfucker. Okay. I don't know, though, honestly, because you know what, dude?
Uh-oh.
Wow. Okay, I'm about to put on my tinfoil hat, so
okay,
bear with me. Last coin flip we saw was in Kansas City to go to overtime to determine who's going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
My man's on the Bengals called heads. Was a tails flip. I tweeted it out. I said, you dumb son of a bitch. Tails never fails. What are you doing?
Right.
They end up going on to win the game. Last year's Super Bowl, heads flip. I know this because I played tails last year.
Tails never fails.
Tails never fails, but apparently it does in the Super Bowl. What I'm thinking, if you're connecting the dots I'm connecting, the last coin flip that the public saw landed on tails never fails. just maybe, I don't know how, but keep your eyes on that stupid fucking coin once it hits the ground. If it does an extra little and flips on its other side, maybe I'm leaning heads.
Okay.
Maybe I go against the traditional grain, and maybe heads will... I don't know. I'll get back to you on a
Tails always fails. I mean, that's the other one. When you try to talk yourself, tails always fails. I don't know.
But hey, man, little deduction there. It's starting to start.
Okay.
I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't know.
I'm not calling you crazy.
Well, I don't think I am. I think I might go for the heads.
Okay. I can bet for pretty certain if you do that and it ends up at tails, you're going to be pretty pissed off at yourself.
Yeah. There's no question about that whatsoever. It'll be rough. I'll probably reference this exact February 2nd at 11:09 a.m. I'll probably reference this exact moment right here. Might even clip this up. Remember when you said this dumbass? Like you had this whole tinfoil hat on and you should have just gone with your gut? Now, one thing I will not do is put 10 racks on the damn thing, for crying out loud. It'll just be a nice little entertainment play. Don't be a fucking dumbass, for crying out loud. Some people, they put their damn life savings on. And if you can't afford to do it, okay, be who you can afford to be. But put your damn life savings on the fucking coin
Literally
flip.
a coin flip, dude.
Doofus. Like, it's still 50-50 at the end of the day. Like, in the grading of SoFi Stadium, if it was to go a slight to a 16th of an inch, it could possibly roll back around and drop back down. And with the weight and circumference of the... Shut the fuck up. It's a coin flip. You ain't gonna find nothing at all. So... That's my thoughts. That's my opinions. I don't know. Next rabbit hole. What's up on tap?
Speaking of us talking hockey, dude, let's talk hockey. I mean, we don't have to talk too long. Coyotes had one of the biggest, I think it was like the biggest upset win since 2006, dude.
Fucked up the Lance last night, boy.
+460 money line. Every time so far, there's been a couple not quite that big, but where the line is like +2.5. I've seen a lot of people say whenever you see it +2.5, just go ahead and scoop it, man. Like the +2.5 is pretty damn valuable, and call me crazy.
Sometimes you can get it just depends on the odds though. Like sometimes those 2.5s you can't get them under like -170, -180,
That's
and
fair,
like what are you gonna do? Fucking, I mean, I'm not trying to bet $5 on a fucking team that's already that shitty value to be catching 2.5. Like I don't know, I'm not trying to be throwing my bankroll at that team. So.
That's fair.
And that would be the only reason to win money. But yeah, dude, I really think, oh shit, perfect fucking opportunity for you to say that. Let's dive into these actual couple of games. We haven't gone through any leads in a long fucking time, dude. All right, check it out. So I got my paper here with me. Let's go back to, let me log in. Cheese. Thank you. Thank you, FanDuel. NHL. All right, first one. Ooh, they were the Pooches. They are now still the underdogs, quote unquote, but minus money. Edmonton going into Washington. I had Edmonton over goals. Let's see where they're at right now. 60-minute Edmonton Oilers. Whew, over 2.5 is -168. So I'm probably on the right side there. So okay, let's see what's up with.
And they don't offer like over 3 on the 3 flat, do they?
Let's see, alternate total goals. No, that's not it. Let's see. I don't know if they... damn. Because, they don't offer like an alternate... Yeah, they don't offer any alternate goals. Because if they did, I would 150%. I would probably take the 3.5.
Yeah.
Or at least 3.
The other thing that I'm... the full game total is 6.5 too. Like whenever, it looks like the Oilers look like the side, and it's 6.5. That over 2.5 sounds so nice, but 165.
Too much chalk to eat. No, not necessarily. Okay, so I wasn't going to look at this one, but the fucking Sea Cracks, the Islanders +134 on their -1.5. Sea Cracks haven't been able to score worth a shit, but it's like. They have this one, damn, that's actually a little bit of a drop down. So over 2.5 for the Sea Kraken, +130. It was about +145 yesterday. I don't know if they went over or not, but if you're getting plus money on those, you might as well just fucking back them at +158 rather than, because I think you're probably going to be sweating that out as hard as you would the money line. So I would say stay away from that. Now, one I did have written down, the Red Wings. They're +116 on the money line right now. So... 60-minute for the home team Wings. Ooh, over 2.5, -112. That's intriguing.
Okay.
That is intriguing. Okay, so what are we looking at for ye old Detroit Red Wings? You know, then we go a little bit deeper. We say, hey, are we? Have they been scoring worth of shit lately? Are they a hot sack of garbage? What the hell's going on? Because I know the old Red Wings are definitely not hockey-con by any means. Sorry for a little glitch in here trying to load up this Stupid fucking website. All right,
No,
there we
it's
go.
all
Let's see here if we can actually load the Sun Beach up. I was going to tell you what they have been scoring here as of late. Are you seeing anything there over on
Yeah,
your
sorry,
side?
I got the last 4, 5, 3, 4, and 2. They just won 2-1 against Anaheim a couple nights ago. LA though, defensively, last 5, 2, 3, 2, 4, and 3. So it's not like their defense is out of control right now.
2, 3, 2, 4, and 3. You said. I see 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, never mind. 3, 2. Okay, I can see what you're saying. Okay. So Detroit has gone over 2.5 in 8 out of their last 10. So that's pretty fucking cake money. And then yeah, LA has allowed. Let's see. That's shitty teams. San Jose 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2. 3. That was 3. Now 4, and then 5, 6. So 6 out of their last 10, they've allowed team to go 3 goals or more. So I think I really like Detroit over the 2.5 minus 112. That's got some solid value if you ask me. So I'm gonna add that to my card. I'll see. Check on my action or whatever. I'll track it a little bit later. I'm just writing this down for now. But then also our boys, Blackhawks. Their 60-minute home total. Ooh. Over 2.5.
I feel like the Blackhawks have to be one of the total random speculation without looking too deep. They have to be one of the teams that, as far as taking over 2.5, as opposed to finding the spots where they're winning.
Oh yeah.
That has to be one of the better teams, right?
Definitely, and that's what I would say. A minus 116 right now at the over 2.5. They have scored over that in 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6 out of the last 10. So yeah, they've been on that. And then as far as Minnesota allowing them 1, 2, 3. They just played Chicago 4, and they did allow Chicago 3 goals, 4 in overtime though. Either way, whatever, they won 4-3 in overtime, so it was already taken care of. 5, 6, so 6 out of their last 10. So damn, shit, yeah, I really like that one too, especially at the minus 116. And what you were saying, if any team is built for this over 2.5 goals versus taking them as a dog on the money line, it's our Blackhawks. So I think I might have to get involved with both of those.
I know,
my
man.
A two-way parlay. Over 2.5 for the Red Wings and the Hawks. You're getting plus 252 right now. So that ain't terrible. I damn near do a full unit sprinkle on both of them, a little half unit on the parlay, because I really like both of those legs a lot. That's all I had as far as NHL. Did you have any other leans or anything you were really dying to get out?
No, I guess I'll mention why I stayed away from the one. I was gonna bring the over to the show of Denver and Utah. It's gone up to Denver +3, partner. That fishy stuff going on. I believe Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell have been officially ruled out, so that is concerning.
That don't make no sense at all.
It doesn't make sense. All right, the movement is concerning, is what I meant. And the Nuggets have been playing really well. They are coming on. They are a second night of a back-to-back, lost 115 to 130. And so part of my reasoning for the over was, without Gobert, this Jazz team defensively has been brutal and have been going over pretty consistently. Denver is the team where this total, where it's sitting at. The Denver is the team that has this total right around where their averages are. They've been over like 4 out of the last 5, it looks like. Their offense has been playing really, really solid. And so I believe it was 6-2 to the over on the second night of a back-to-back themselves. So that was where I was leaning, and the total was shooting straight up. And then as I was telling you what the hell it was, I was like, oh, this number's moved up 3 points, opened up 222 or 223. And partner was like, I see 222.5. And I'm like, wait, what are we talking about here? And that it moved right back down after shooting up 3 points. So scared me off. I'm sitting on it right now at 224.5, I believe. But
hey, I'm proud of you as a gambler, dude, because usually you would have just come right on this show. You said, fuck all that. I know what I'm talking about. And granted,
I'm stuck with it.
Might still go over. You might still cash that son of a bitch. And all of these worries might be invalid. But I'm proud of you for looking at it from that angle and saying, that is like a holy fucking shit kind of, I'll write it, but I wouldn't suggest you guys doing it. So right. I love that. I love where your head's at. I appreciate the fuck out of that. College basketball, a couple of leans. We got the fucking marquee of the marquee on tap tonight. Villanova Marquette, 8 or 9 p.m. Central.
I think it's 9, dude. What a weird time for a Midwest team and an East Coast team.
Very weird, very weird. It is at Marquette, though. So that is even weirder. So it's going to be 9 o'clock. So it'll be 10 o'clock for.
10 o'clock for them.
Yeah, it's so
What the
weird.
fuck are they
So
doing?
weird. So Marquette 4.5 on the home hardwood. Very interesting. Nova looks like the sharp side. They've been cooking teams. I think this line is so low just because of Marquette has been playing the upset kids, but I don't think against the Cats, my friends. Don't buy into that. I like the under 135.5 though.
Okay.
It's actually down to 132.5. I liked the over originally last night, seeing how low it was, and then started rolling around in my brain like, fuck, that is really low. Wait a minute. Yeah. And then saw it drop down to 132.5 this morning. I said, well, there's your play. So might have a play on the under in this one as we roll along here through the day. I love my Cats, Kansas State, -2. It moved down to -1.5 against OK State. I think it's going to be a barn burner and a half. I was just a little tentative on getting involved. I might get involved with the money line. Ask me in about fucking 2 hours, and I might have a different opinion for you, but I just don't know.
I mean, we've been following both these teams pretty closely. OK State's defense just hasn't been showing up the last couple, and that's what's got me interested in K-State. Both teams 3 straight losses, so if I'm going anywhere, I'm going with you, K-State. But I think I'm going to stay away from it altogether, though.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but yeah, for sure, that might be where I'll lean. Dayton catching 4.5 on the road against VCU really puzzled me, man. Like Dayton's been a lot better team than VCU. I don't really understand that line, but it looks to be the sharp side. There were just a few things in VCU that kind of drew me away as far as them being a home favorite and some other key things I stumbled upon that I can't remember right now at the top of my head, but I say, I like that one, but I'm stay away. And then outside of that, there wasn't anything like I liked Miami laying the 5 at home, but that line movement scared me away.
Yeah.
Wake Forest.
The other marquee, the other marquee that we can't freaking bet on, Wisconsin at Illinois tonight, but Illinois up to -7.
I think that's about the same as the. Well, then again, that is at State Farm, so that's going to be a little interesting. But I think that's about the same as the Florida-Missouri game. I think it's pretty.
Yeah.
Bad movement there. The 5.5 to the 6, 6.5 to 7, pretty much same vibe. I kind of get the same vibe from that, and I think U of I wins, but I don't think they're gonna win it by fucking 8.
Points,
that's
man.
a lot of points.
Curbelo is back tonight, but you never know. That's some at his best. That's really good, but he can be helter skelter. He can be sketchy sometimes, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's at his best, man. Like right now, I don't know if he's at his best. Like great, awesome. Curbelo makes huge impacts for that team, but right now, maybe be a little tentative. And if you can bet Wisconsin,
increases their floor, but decreases their increases their ceiling, but
we fucked up. We fucked up. I was looking this weekend, bro, and it would have been nosebleeds because like obviously we ain't fucking made money anything, but fucking $22 a fucking ticket for the nosebleeds for this game at State Farm. We could have made a quick little trip, but then again, I think they did that because look at the weather right now. Nobody's going to be at that game. Like it would have taken us 6 hours to get down to Champaign, dude. Forget that.
Well, dude, I believe our birds are over at Loyola Chicago tonight.
Those
they
are.
Got to be dirt cheap.
They are. They're probably going to get their
14.5.
Probably going to get their fucking heads beat in. Is exactly what I was going to say. It ain't going to be a pretty game, I will tell you that. Especially man, they almost had Drake at home, man. Oh my gosh. I watched that whole game. I was so bummed. I was so bummed for the boys. Man. That was absolutely electric. Also, what's our coach? What's our coach's name? He's been the coach since we were
Dan Muller.
Muller, that's right. Muller's been hitting the fucking gym, boy. Muller's got some pythons. I'm talking pythons. He was wearing this fucking one of them, the polos, the short sleeve collared polos, and I'm talking about 22s popping out of them sons of bitches. Like he used to be kind of a skinny guy. He wasn't fucking yoked. Dog, he was on the sidelines with them fucking sleeves just choking them boys. Okay. I mean, the veins popping out. Fucking walking over this way. Hey, hold on, move. I gotta get through. Sorry, my lats are too big. I gotta get through. When the fuck did he get this big? I mean, dude. I'm telling you, look up a picture of him from that Drake game in that black polo. I was just like, when did your arms get that big, dog? I don't remember you being that big. Holy shit.
Seriously.
He put on some pounds.
Not to go down a rabbit hole on the Redbirds, but man, dude, he was the approval rating from the fan base when we were there at school was sky high, and now, I don't know, man.
Not much.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it ain't been great. The team. Well, we also had think about it. We had P. Lee. We had
a squad for a few years.
It was
dude. I missed those teams.
Squad at ISU, dog. Yeah, that was a blast for a while watching that, being part of the Red Alert, and oh man, that was some good basketball times. And then when the Redbirds would be jacking around on the football field too, fucking getting us into some conference championships, fucking around. Maybe we've been playing a damn bowl game. Holy shit! Not no more, boys. It's been struggle.
Well, probably wouldn't take them plus 14.5, dude. Last 2 games against Loyal that they've lost by exactly 30. Last 2.
Ooh, baby.
30-31, excuse me. And
so they're probably not looking forward to this
17.5.
They ain't looking forward to this trip whatsoever, if I'd say so.
They're probably trekking through the snow right now.
Yeah, no good on that. Wrapping it up, little NBA. I leaned Orlando plus the 4.5. They're playing. Remind me again.
They're playing Pacers down to 3.5.
Pacers, that's right.
Might have a decent eye there.
Yeah, the Pacers looked a little bit weird. They've looked a little bit sketchy, man, and they set up a couple of folks on Monday. So I was kind of thinking, it might be another setup liner.
226.5. I could see them going over 2. They've been both those teams have been playing bad defense.
Who's Memphis got tonight? I wrote them down minus the 2.5.
Playing the Knicks up to -4 for the Grizzlies.
Ooh,
These Knicks spreads have been so damn weird, man. They just keep being overvalued. And the Grizzlies, it seems like that's like that seems too good to be true for the Grizzlies. Like if you're really paying attention to the Grizzlies, they should bake them. Right. And I think that is the case because the Knicks still have this weird aura about them from last year to where they're not only just a good team, which they haven't been, but also they were cashing tickets like crazy last year, man. And that just hasn't been the case this year at all. So I'm interested in the Grizzlies in that spot too.
Yeah, man, especially with it moving from 2.5 to 4. Like, I think you should be confident in the 4 as well. So I like both. Damn, hold on a minute. Why am I just circling these? Let me just doggone and hit this old button over here and go little Orlando plus 3.5.
The Knicks will smoke a really bad team, and everyone's like, oh, look at the Knicks. They might be playing better. And then they play a legitimate team, and they get destroyed.
And then I don't know. Oh, fuck. I like Cleveland -3 up to -5 now on FanDuel. I think the value's out of it there. Oh, geez. Maybe not. And then I like Sacramento plus 4.5 last night down to 4 on FanDuel. Don't know if there's any value there. Is there any value there? You know me. I'm a homer for my Kings. I haven't been really watching them too close, though.
They have not been as been profitable as they had been earlier in the season and last year. That might be one of the spots to go though, because the Nets without KD, at the very least, I'm seeing 5 straight losses, only 1 cover in that stretch. So that might be a tough spot.
No Paul Millsap either. Ooh,
No
and
De'Aaron
Fox. Shout out De'Aaron Fox, bro. Fucking swip it a Fox, dude. This motherfucker's got his own NFT collection.
Does he really?
Yeah, it's called Swip It a Fox. Check it out. Nice. It's cool as fuck, dude. It's so cool. Sold out instantaneously.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. So cool.
All right, switching gears probably already, but was it you that I saw retweeted something about Guy Fieri with some NFT collections coming? Dude?
Yes, dude. No, that's the fucking DAO I've been telling you about, bro. Crafty DAO. It's fucking literally anybody that knows me. The cat's out of the bag. I love pot and I love to cook. Oh no. So this NFT and this DAO is literally centered around that, like craft cannabis products, craft dispensaries, like mom and pop owned dispensaries, like fucking Chef Spike, huge Food Network chef, was in this spaces with us last night, was
really?
Fucking talking about it on the, like they're part of this, like Guy Fieri is part of this, and it is such a small, tight-knit community, and I am so fucking hyped. Like I have the opportunity by being part of this DAO and by buying into this NFT to meet those people, to have meet and greets, to get invited out to LA in a dispo where Guy Fieri's cooking at the dispo. Like, I'm telling you, my friends, it's not just about a fucking JPEG and flipping that JPEG for money. It is about so much more than that. And if what I just said there didn't make you think, wait, what the fuck did he just say he can do with that JPEG? Yes, that is why I've bought into so many fucking NFTs. Before you get me down that rabbit hole again, partner. Goodness gracious, all Friday.
Sorry. I mean, hell, if Guy Fieri doesn't get you interested, I don't know,
dude. Yeah, and that's sick as fuck. And then also they put out what's his first? Something Rourke. It's the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas character, Johnny Depp's character, and they put out one of him, and he's got a joint, and his eyes are real big with the bucket hat and the yellow tinted glasses on. I mean, it's absolutely electric, dude. I can't wait. I got whitelisted for this project too, so I'll be one of the first ones in the shit. So I can't wait to be able to tell you guys about this one too. So yeah, it was. I'm glad you saw that because yeah, man. And shout out to Brew Crew too. The old Brew Crew, man. They was in the chat with them last night, and we were kind of going back and forth what we all did and shit. And they were like, I didn't even mention anything, and they were like, yo, I'm sure if you need any pop-off from the brew crew, we'd all stand in solidarity for you. And I was like, well, I didn't even ask. Y'all motherfuckers cool. So maybe we just have a big old brew crew shout out soon for the TTL crew. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe something's cooking in the background, but who's to say, who's to know? But shout out the brew crew tuning in, my mans. I love those guys. They fucking, one of the best communities around. That's another thing. That's another thing with these things, man. It's just the community. And you can get, that's the thing, is like the internet needs more shit like this because the internet is a toxic, negative place. And when I go in there in the morning, I know I'm going to find about 30 other dudes with nothing but positive vibes, good energy, going back and forth all morning. And that's what it's all about, man. So
100%. Dude.
Check it out. Hashtag DYOR. Do your own research. I can tell you shit for days and days and days and days, and it will not start connecting until you get your eyes and hands on it. And once you do, my friends, if you are a degenerate sports gambler, I will promise you, you will become a degenerate NFT collector. It is, there are too many parallels, my friends, too many parallels. But I digress for the time being. Anything else, partner? We got to cover here before I dish out some motivation minutes to get us on out of here.
I don't think so. We're getting closer to 11:30 here, so I think we can. I think we touched about everything we needed to touch today.
Sure enough, my man. There you go. There you have it. All of the second half of the show minus one final pit stop, and then now it's time to fill up on some mental fuel, if you will. Last segment of the day. My best bets. My motivation minutes. Sorry, it was in the first half of the show. My motivation minutes. So, guys, I just kind of wanted to continue on just a little bit from yesterday and again, share something that I utilize day in and day out because I know how easy it is in this world to kind of do what I'm going to be talking about today. So I told you yesterday about starting your day off on the wrong foot or swinging out of bed and you're already filled with anxiety and shit, fuck this, I'm out, I don't want none to do with this day, and just stopping, taking some time to be grateful, a couple of deep breaths, maybe utilizing that mantra I've talked to you guys about in the past and reset. Hit that reset button before you do anything else and you start rolling down that track. Now, sometimes maybe you don't do that. Sometimes maybe you do that and and the anxiety comes back. The worry comes back. The fuck this attitude comes back. And that's okay because it's called being a human being. It's going to happen from time to time. It simply will. But the important thing is to be able to realize those moments. And taking time that when you get in those moments throughout your day and you feel yourself speeding up and you feel your brain going 100 miles a minute and son of a bitch, instead of just playing into it and saying, that's the way it's got to be, you can pull out of that. You can watch your brain. Your brain is a muscle that you utilize for your advantage. Your thoughts, everything spinning around in your head is just your brain trying to control you. Take some time to control it. And you might think you're too busy. You might think, I don't have time. There's not enough hours in the day. That is, again, your brain controlling you, telling you don't, because I assure you, you have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Hit it on your phone. Sit down. Do not look at a notification. Do not look at a fucking social media app. Do not answer a text. Do not look at a screen, period. And if you are spinning in your thoughts, all you are focused on in that moment is being right there. Right here, right now, the power of now. Shout out your man, A-Rod, Mags. This was a book he put out a while ago, and I challenge you guys to check it out, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And it's so important to watch yourself, watch your brain, because you're this being that operates this meat sack of you, what you feel in here, not what you feel up here. I said it yesterday, you're responsible for your first action, not your first thought. Why? Because you are not your brain. You are not your thoughts. You are the being that controls you. So if you are getting down a bad path throughout the day where Janice rolled up to your desk and fucking Janice is just a sweet old lady and maybe she said a paper wrong. He said, what the fuck, Janice? Are you fucking serious? And you said, whoa, what the fuck's wrong with me? And the next thing you know, fucking filling up the water cup at the cooler and somebody fucking accidentally bumps. Are you fucking serious? Watch your fucking self. And now you are just a fucking storm of negativity and toxicity because you're just sped up on bullshit that really don't matter at the end of the day. So, hey, if you are at work, Colt, I'm sitting at my desk. What the fuck? Dog, you go to the bathroom. How many motherfucking times you go to the bathroom and sit on the shitter without taking a shit and just sit there and scroll through your fucking phone? Don't scroll through your fucking phone. take a minute to control your brain. It's that simple. It takes being disciplined. It takes actively wanting to. If you want to cure that anxiety, you want to cure that fuck that mindset, you want to cure that being on the wrong side of the bed, waking up on the wrong side of the bed for your whole day, take it into your own hands. You have the power to do it. And I had to utilize it a little bit this morning. It's kind of why I got into this. Got up late and the snow and this and that. And I got behind on some shit. And then, oh, fuck shit, I'm missing it. Well, ho. It's all going to get done. Everything's going to be it. Let's take a moment. Because when you're in those moments, it's almost like time starts going faster. And as you pull yourself back, take a couple deep breaths and let's do this thing. And then we'll do that thing. And then, okay, we got C to do now. When you do that, time goes a lot slower for some reason. So I'm not telling you to tap out, to unplug, and fuck it, man. All right. Be present. But don't take life so seriously. Don't take every little thing to the extreme and spin your thoughts A through Z of the possible outcomes of shit that can happen, because I guarantee you, it's going to be a fucking iota, and it's going to be a letter you didn't even know existed is how that situation's going to actually turn out. So, not for me, for you, stop spinning yourselves in circles. And if you are, it's just called being human. Stop. Take 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I promise you, we all have that in our day. Stop for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Time it on your phone and control your brain. Take some time to breathe, take some time for you, and take some time to be back in the present moment, and then take that energy that you just got and send it with you through the rest of the day. And hey, if that anxiety comes back, which it very well might, you're a human being. Just use the process over and over and over and over and over again. And if you need a mantra, you need something to say to yourself during those times, you can't think of something up, here's one you can utilize for yourself. It's my mantra, but you're more than welcome to utilize it. You are kind, you are smart, you are important. And that does it for my motivation minutes of the day.
I love it, my man. That is brilliant advice, because I honestly feel like everyone deals with that in some capacity for different reasons every day, or not, maybe not every day, but in their lives throughout any given day. And everyone has a different reason why they get their mind spinning like that. And for me, it's when I used to have it a lot when I would have a lot of 101 tasks to do in a day, and and especially on like a Monday or something, first of the week. Yeah, we're thinking about it for the last 2 days, and then it's just I personally like to sit down, do what you said as far as sit down and wait, and then write everything down like you were kind of saying, and then check everything off one by one. So I love the advice, man. Yeah.
This is what goes on in my fucking noggin, okay? You're seeing sneak peeks into shit nobody gets to see.
Yeah.
Get yourself fucking pen and paper, fucking start writing it down, and put some fucking relaxation on your mind, okay? Yeah. Do it for you, not for me. Because hey, you think I'm lying. I'm a fucking human being too. I promise you. I deal with the same shit. I'm not a genius. I'm not a shaman. I'm not a Schwarmy. I don't know shit about fuck at the end of the day. But what I do know is a few things that help me survive this thing called life. And I hope that they do the same for you. So officially, partner, I appreciate you and your feedback. My motivation minutes of the day. Any late breaking news? Anything we missed before we get on up and get on out?
Let's see. It doesn't look like it. Marvin Lewis apparently is saying that he's had similar experiences with the Panthers back in 2002 as far as hiring processes go. So, yeah, like you said, I think that's just the tip of the iceberg, my friend.
Yeah, the Titanic.
Nothing going on.
Titanic might be going down quick, fast, and in a hurry, boys. So you better get your violins. It's going to get fucking weird. All that being said, we stick with the positivity and the vibes and the good energy here at the TTL Pod. So if you are sick of that negativity here today, anywhere you're going, stop back by the show. Stop by the Wise Words Pod. I promise you, Wise Words dropping here in but a short 24 minutes is filled with nothing but good energy and positive vibes. I mean, we went down a 15-minute rabbit hole. Me, Mags, and our guests, we all gave our opinions on kind of this, kind of chasing your dream, chasing your path. It was just very cerebral. Tune in. I'm telling you guys, if you need a little extra motivation, inspiration day, which I think, judging by what I'm seeing on the landscape out there, I think everybody could. So stop by. Now 23 short minutes from now, the Wise Words Pod, Season 2, Episode 9, dropping on our YouTube channel, and then podcast directories right after. Outside of that, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide, for myself and Mags, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for choosing to stop by episode number 215 of the TTL Pod, and every episode you just decide to stop by for that matter. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your retweets, your comments, your views, your subscriptions, everything in between. We see them, we see you, and we cannot thank you enough for allowing us to chase our dreams and passions every day and take a little bit of your time and your energy and share our thoughts with us. It's more than we could ever ask, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We hope you have a spectacular rest of your Wednesday, unless you have any other plans. Make sure you go back, get all of today's best bets locked in if you haven't done so already. That way you can say at the end of every single piece of content we do with me and my partner, let's cash some tickets.